everyone. I am Dr. Vamangi Goswami. Today, let us learn about a new topic in the chapter Amino Acid, that is Introduction and Classification. This topic comes under Gujarat University syllabus, BSc Chemistry Semester 3, paper number 201, unit number 1B. So, let us begin. First, let us learn about what are amino acids. The name protein was introduced by Mudler in 1839, who derived it from the Greek word proteos, which means first. Proteins are nitrogenous substances which occur in the protoplasm of all animals and plant cells. Amino acids are organic compounds that contain amine NH2 and carbonyl COOH functional groups, along with the side chain R group specific to each amino acid. The key elements of an amino acid are carbon, hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen, although other elements are found in the side chains of certain amino acids. About 500 naturally occurring amino acids are known, though only 20 appear in the genetic code and can be classified in many ways. Hydrolysis of protein gives a mixture of amino acids. During hydrolysis, proteins can be broken down to smaller and smaller fragments until the final products are the amino acids. That is how protein is break down into polypeptides, while these polypeptides are like polymers, which is again broken down to peptides, and these peptides are broken down to a small part that is known as amino acids. Now first, let us learn about the structure and classification of amino acids. Structure and classification of amino acids nearly, except these two amino acids, that is proline and hydroxyproline, all the amino acids which are obtained from plant and animal sources have an amino group on the alpha carbon atom. Now, amino groups are present majoritarily on the alpha carbon atom. First, amino acids are the compounds which possess amino group as well as acidic group. That is why the name amino acids, because the compound contains amino, that is NH2 group, and another group which is present is known as COOH group. So here the compound amino acid is drawn here. First, one carbon is having NH2 group as well. Here is the NH2 group, that is amino group, and the same carbon possesses COOH group, that is acidic group also present. That is why the name amino acid. Here carbon is a chiral carbon because it possesses two different groups. One is most commonly H and the other R group is present. Here the amino acid is shown here, the central carbon which is chiral carbon, and that is also again alpha carbon because the COOH group which is attached to the first carbon is known as alpha carbon. Here on the same alpha carbon, amino group is attached. So this protein contains two different functional groups. One is amine, that is amino group, and another one is acidic group. And this alpha carbon is possessing one amino group, and this amino group is present on the alpha carbon, and this is a side chain which can be variable. And this is example for alpha amino acids. R may be H, it may be alkyl, it may be aryl, or It can be heterocyclic, any heterocyclic group. Now let us learn about the classification of amino acids. So amino acids may be classified by two different methods. One, it is based on the chemical reactions they undergo in solution to form as. First is acidic amino acids, second is basic amino acids, third one is neutral amino acids. Another method is to classify based on their nutritional importance. First is the essential amino acids, second semi-essential amino acids, and third is non-essential amino acids. Now let us go into the detail of this classification. First is neutral amino acids. The largest number of amino acids belong to neutral amino acids. These neutral amino acids can be further classified as aliphatic neutral amino acids, aromatic neutral amino acids, sulfur containing neutral amino acids, heterocyclic neutral amino acids. So here there are various compounds which are present in neutral amino acids. So aliphatic amino acid, neutral amino acids are the side chain of these amino acids contain either hydrogen or an alkyl group or hydroxyalkyl groups. Example of aliphatic neutral amino acids are glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, serine and threonine. So these are the example for aliphatic neutral amino acids. Aromatic neutral amino acids, the side chain of these amino acids contain an aromatic ring, for example phenylalanine and tyrosine. Sulfur containing neutral amino acids, the side chain of these amino acids contains thiol group, that is SH, such as in cysteine, or methyl thio group, that is HCH3, such as methionine, or a disulfide linkage such as cysteine. And another one is heterocyclic neutral amino acids. The side chain of these amino acids contain heterocyclic group such as indole or pyrrolidine. For example, tryptophan, proline, hydroxyproline. In fact, proline and hydroxyproline are alpha amino acids. So here are the example for neutral amino acids. Glycine, here COOH and NH2. Neutral means which has only one COOH group and one NH2 group is present. So both can neutralize each other and forms the nature neutral. So here alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan, serine, threonine, proline, cysteine, methionine, asparagine and glutamine are the example for neutral amino acids. Now let us move further on acidic amino acids. So acidic amino acids, these amino acids contain in their side chain a carboxylic or carboxamide group. For example, aspartic acid and glutamic acid, glutamine and asparagine. So here are the example. Here acidic amino acid contains more than one COOH group. So acidic groups are more compared to amino groups. This is how they are acidic in nature. So amino group is only one while two COOH groups are present. So more COOH group makes this compound more acidic. That is why it comes under acidic amino groups. Examples are aspartic acid and glutamic acid. Next is basic amino acids. Now this basic amino acids, this amino acid contains in their side chain a basic group such as amino or an imidazole ring, a heterocyclic group. For example, arginine, lysine, hydroxylysine and histidine. So these are the examples for basic amino acid. So side chain containing a basic amino acid, here more than one NH2 group or amino groups are present that makes this compound more basic. Here more than one NH2 groups are present, that is why these compounds are basic in nature. Examples of this are lysine, arginine, histidine. So these are the examples for basic amino acid. So here it can denote by K or LYS, that is lysine. For arginine it can be denoted by R or ARG. For histidine it can be denoted by H or HIS. So this is all for acidic, basic and neutral amino acids. It can be further classified according to the nutritional importance. So classification based on nutritional importance, it can be further classified in essential amino acids, semi-essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. So here essential amino acids में the amino acids that are not synthesized by the body and are required to be taken externally through diet are termed as essential amino acids. So our body cannot produce these amino acids and we have to take from outside. So those amino acids are essential amino acids. Examples are valine, leucine, isoleucine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan, methionine and lysine are some of the essential amino acids. The amount of these amino acids required by our body is 1.1 to 0.25 grams per day. So these amino acids are synthesized industrially and added to foodstuff. Now, semi-essential amino acids. These amino acids are not synthesized in human body in sufficient amount during growth. However, these are essential in pregnant women, lactating mothers and in growing children. These amino acids have an important role as growth promoting nutrients. Arginine and histidine fall under this category. Same non-essential amino acids. These amino acids can be synthesized by a human body from other materials through a series of biochemical reactions. Those amino acids are non-essential amino acids.